All right, ladies and gentlemen, second part of the assignment, we're talking about factoring, so these should be pretty quick and easy. This first example here, I'm going to use the X method. What two numbers multiply to 8 and add up to a negative 9? That'd be negative 8 and negative 1. Now, we're solving these, not just factoring. So I'm going to factor first. It's already in standard form, set equal to 0. So it's going to be k minus 8 and then k minus 1. All right, now that we have that, we set each of these equal to 0. So it's k minus 8 equals 0, and k minus 1 equals 0. So if you're talking about getting points for this assignment, you have to show the factored form first. You can't just skip down to this step where you say k equals 8 and k equals 1. You can't do it. All right, now, do you have to show the step right in here? No. This step, I understand most of you already know how to do that in your head, but you have to show where you factor it first. Okay, now that one's done. Next example here, I'm going to go ahead and take this, and instead of using the bubble method here, I'm going to factor a 6 out first. So if you take a 6 out, you're left with r squared minus 5r plus 6. All right? So then I have 6, and I have to work with this. Now, what two numbers multiply to 6 and add up to negative 5? Okay, you might be tempted to say 6 and 1, but that's not going to work. I'm going to go ahead and say 2 and 3, but you make them both negative. So I have r minus 2 and r minus 3. So then, here's what we have. We're going to set, we're not worried about the 6 because you can't set 6 equal to 0. It doesn't work. But r minus 2 can be set equal to 0, and so can r minus 3. So we get two solutions. R is equal to 2, and r is equal to 3. All right, so numbers 7 and 8 are done. All right, moving on. This is a big number, so I'll take care of number 9 for you. Why not? This will be the same thing as saying a. What two numbers multiply to negative 48? Add up to 2. I know it's got to be 8 and 6, but since this is a positive 2, I'm going to make the 6 negative. Okay, so when factoring, you have a plus 8 and then a minus 6. So then we set each of those equal to 0. We're going to get a is equal to negative 8, and a is equal to a positive 6. When you solve each of those equations, that's what you get. All right, moving on. No, these are pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think you're good now. Yeah, I'll do one of these. How about number 15? Now, number 15, though, this one, there's a trick to it. You can use bubble method, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and take this, and I'm going to take out a 7. So I'm going to factor out a 7. When you divide each of these by 7, this is what you end up with. R squared minus 5r minus 6 is equal to 0. So that 7 is going to hang out there, but we have to figure out how to factor the inside. Now, what two numbers multiply to a negative 6 and add up to a negative 5? That's actually going to be negative 6 and 1. Those are the only two numbers that do that. So it would be r minus 6 and r plus 1. So then we set each of those equal to 0. We get r minus 6 equal to 0, r plus 1 equals 0, and we get two solutions. R is equal to 6, and r is equal to negative 1. Thank you very much.